are going to do a mindfulness meditation to help us relax the physical body, stop the mind from thinking about the past and future, and then, if required, to fall asleep. First of all, make sure you are sitting comfortably with your hands resting on your lap and your feet flat on the floor, uncrossed. And if you are led on a bed, make sure that your hands rest on the mattress and the feet are uncrossed. First of all, close your eyes and become aware of the movement and sound that your body creates whilst breathing. Notice the rise and fall of the stomach, chest and shoulders as you breathe in and out, and the sound created by the air as it enters and leaves your body. Next, put your attention into your feet. Create some tension in the feet. Curl them up and hold that until the next out breath. When you breathe out, release the tension. Now find the calf muscles, the bottom of the legs, and put some tension into those. And then add tension into the feet. And as you breathe out, release the tension. Now the quad muscles, those large muscles under where your hands are resting. Create some tension. Then add in tension to the calf muscles and the feet. On the next out breath, release all of the tension. Now find the glutes, the largest muscles in the body. As you put tension into those, you will find that you raise slightly up in the chair, and then as you breathe out, release the tension and allow yourself to sink into the chair or the bed and feel that the entire lower half of the body is now relaxed. We have shown this part of the body what it feels like to be tense and how it feels to be relaxed. And from time to time, go back and notice any tension which may have crept back in, and allow this to go. Now focus on the movement of the stomach. As you breathe in, the stomach inflates, and as you breathe out, it deflates. Notice the chest as it rises and falls with each in and out breath. And the shoulders, they slightly rise up as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, allow them to drop all the way down. Next, put some tension into the hands by clenching the fists, and introduce tension all the way up the arms, into the biceps and triceps, all the way up to the shoulders. And again, on an out breath, release all that tension and allow your hands to rest flat, gently resting on the legs or the mattress as you notice your in-breath and out-breath. Now raise the shoulders. This introduces tension into the back of the neck and the shoulders. Raise the shoulders as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, allow them to fall. Now the jaw. You carry tension in the jaw. We need to make sure that whilst the lips are touching, the teeth are not touching. We can help that by touching the tongue gently to the roof of our mouths, which releases all of the tension in the temples and the jaw. Now check around the facial muscles. If you like, you can introduce some tension into the face and then allow it all to dissipate. Let all the tension go. Check around the eyes, under the eyes, the brows, the forehead. Check the temples and the scalp. Release any tension being held. Now let's do a full scan of the body, starting at the feet, and check each muscle group: the calves, quads, glutes, stomach and chest, hands, arms, shoulders and jaw, around the face, the eyes, forehead and temples, and the scalp. Notice that this is how your body feels when all of the tension has been released. And notice if any tension creeps back in, that you can release it straight away. Now, focus back in on the movements and the sounds created by breathing. Feel the stomach rise and fall. Now notice the sound created by the air as it enters and leaves your body. Now notice both together. The sound of the air creates the rise in your stomach and chest, and the air leaving the body allows the chest and stomach to fall. Now notice that as you breathe in, the air is cool, and as you breathe out, it's warm. If we get distracted by a sound or a thought, treat it like a train that doesn't stop at the station of your mind. You sit on the platform and watch the sound or the thought enter and then leave without stopping. And then always bring your attention back to the sound and the movement and the temperature. If we give the mind 3 things to do, it cannot go into the past or the future. So practice. If a thought comes in, don't add another thought and another thought. Don't turn that one thought into a story. Just bring your attention back to the breath, the sound, the movement, and the temperature. Now focus on the in-breath. Just notice the sound, the movement of the in-breath. Become aware of the small gap after the in-breath, where the body is making no sound or movement. It just pauses for a split second before you breathe back out. Don't try and change the breath. Just allow it to find its own natural rhythm. After this gap, notice now the out-breath, the sound and the movement and the temperature. And at the end of the next out-breath, notice there is another gap, a pause where the body stops very briefly. And in that gap, there is no sound or movement from your body, and no thoughts from your mind. Now notice, following the in-breath, the body pauses. It makes no sound or movement. Then the out-breath, followed by another pause. The body stops very briefly, and then we breathe back in. Notice the 4 stages of breathing. In-breath, pause, out-breath, pause. And because we're just sat here, we've we've relaxed our muscles, the body needs to pump less oxygen around. So the blood pressure drops, heart rate lowers, and the breathing slows down naturally. Don't try to change your breathing, just allow it to find its own natural rhythm. At the end of the next out breath, do a mental count of 1 before you breathe back in. At the end of the next out breath, just wait for a count of 1. We're not holding our breath, just waiting before we breathe back in. Notice the gap. No movement, no sound. At the end of the next out breath, do a mental count of 2. Before you breathe back in. Now stretch that space out to a count of 3. So breathe out, 1, 2, 3, then breathe back in. At the end of the next out breath, do a count of 4. Notice the silence and the stillness in your body as you wait for the next in-breath. At the end of the next in-breath, do a count to 5 before you breathe back in. At the end of the next out breath, don't count, just wait. Don't struggle and wait too long, but notice in the silence and the stillness that you cannot think. Your mind is completely still. Don't count, but just notice the gap between the end of the out breath and the next in breath. If you wish to continue into sleep, carry on listening. If not, stop the recording now. For sleep, continue to listen to the sound, feel the movement, and sense the temperature of our breathing. And start to count back from 200. Follow my speed. As my voice fades away, carry on down to 0. 200. 199. 198. 197. Keep listening to the breath. 196. 195. 194. Still sensing the temperature. 193. 192. 191. 190. 189. If you lose your way, start again anywhere. 188. 187. Keep counting down. 186. 185. 184. 183.